With awe and historic irony, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared on Israeli television last night, and I quote, "Cyrus freed the Jews, and today the Jewish state of Israel might free the Persians," end quote. Thousands of years ago, it was the Persian king Cyrus who helped restore the Jewish people to our ancestral homeland and rebuild the temple. And now in 2025, it might be the Jewish people, through the sovereign Jewish state of Israel, who help free the Persian people from the tyrannical grip of the radical Islamic regime. And it gets even more mind-blowing. This Thursday marks the 23rd day of the Jewish month of Sivan, a date specifically marked in the Book of Esther. It was on this day, thousands of years ago, that King Ahasuerus issued the new edict allowing the Jews to defend themselves against the genocidal plan of Haman. That day marked the beginning of the downfall of the Persian Empire's genocidal decree against the Jewish people. Today, again on the 23rd of Sivan, which is Thursday night, we will be watching the modern Islamic Republic of Iran, the regime that openly calls for the genocide of the Jewish people, continue to fall. Letters were sent back then, during this time of Esther. Missiles are being sent today. But the message is the same. The Jews will defend themselves, and we will win. History doesn't repeat, it rhymes. And what a divine rhyme this is. Israel is not reacting. We are reshaping the battlefield, striking deep inside Tehran, Iran, targeting missile factories, IRGC bases, nuclear facilities, and the terror infrastructure the West has feared touching for decades. Israel is no longer appealing for permission to defend itself. We are doing it, and the world is watching, especially one man, President Donald J. Trump. Nobody can deny the global power the Jewish state of Israel is exhibiting right now in destroying the whole Iranian axis of evil in the Middle East, and now the Islamic regime of Iran itself. The question many are now asking, especially as Iran's war machine takes devastating blows from deep Israeli strikes, is the following. Will President Trump decide to bring America into this war? And believe it or not, the answer does not matter. The government of Israel is already messaging that we will continue to victory and continue to destroy the nuclear facilities in Iran on our own if we have to. I do believe that President Trump will take credit for Israel's win because he understands that our victory is about more than Israel's survival. Even though this is not the purpose of why we are waging this war directly against Iran at all, we are handing President Trump a huge American win in the Middle East. With our victory over the Islamic Republic of Iran directly, Israel is handing President Trump a massive strategic victory, whether or not he decides for America to join the military offensive or not. In addition to striking a huge blow to the Islamic Jihad funded around the world by Shiite Iran and Sunni Qatar, with our victory, please God, we will be accomplishing the following for the United States of America. 1. Ending China's dependence on Iranian oil. 2. Crippling the Iran-Russia-China axis. 3. Reopening safe sea trade routes for America ships to the east. A victory over the Islamic Republic of Iran isn't just a win for Israel. Because make no mistake, this is not just Israel's war. It is a war against a global jihadi empire, one that seeks not just to destroy Israel, but to undermine Western civilization itself. Now, last night, Iranian officials declared that their latest attack on Israel, codenamed Truth Promise 3, was one of the most violent operations in recent days. Well, that too was a lie. Iran fired a handful of rockets. Thank God most didn't even land in Israel. The rest that did minimal damage. And while Iran's military spokesman boasted on state TV in Iran that they now control the skies over the Zionist entity, another lie, the actual skies over Iran were burning with constant Israeli Air Force planes flying through their skies. Israeli airstrikes struck deep inside the heart of Tehran last night as well. We hit the Imam Hussein University linked to the IRGC. We hit a centrifuge production facility. We hit missile factories, fuel depots, and command centers across Shahrir, Narmak, District 18, and Tehran Pars. The infamous Kojir missile complex, and we caused massive secondary explosions visible across the city. Israel is not just responding to the evil of the Islamic Republic of Iran. We are reshaping the region for the good of humanity. While the fighting escalated, we at Pulse of Israel made the difficult decision to postpone our third annual Lighten to the Nations conference. Instead, we held an emergency war briefing via Zoom for people all over the world with two of Israel's most strategic thinkers. One was M.K. Amit Halevi, chairman of the Knesset Subcommittee for Strategic Defense and Armament, and the second was Dr. Mordechai Kedar, one of Israel's foremost experts on Islam and Middle East geopolitics. Both men agreed total victory over the Islamic Republic of Iran is within reach. If you haven't seen the whole Zoom session, click below for the link. We'll make it available. M.K. Halevi laid it out clearly. When the Islamic Republic of Iran falls, that will pave the way for Hamas in Gaza to fall. And we already crippled Hezbollah in Lebanon. The entire Islamic jihadi terror network, fed, funded, and fueled by the Islamic Republic of Iran, collapsing. But M.K. Halevi also warned, even after the Islamic regime of Iran is gone, the ideology will continue living on. The same 1,400 plus year old Islamic ideology that controls the Islamic Republic of Iran also funds Al Jazeera in Qatar, trains terrorists in Gaza, incites Jew hatred in Judea and Samaria, and recruits students on Ivy League campuses across the West. That's why the war must not only be a military victory, it must also be an ideological victory for all of us. And here's where America comes in. Dr. Kedar believes the regime in Iran will ultimately bend, especially under pressure from the United States, and surrender. He even foresees the potential fragmentation of today's state of Iran itself, as oppressed minorities like the Kurds, the Balochis, and the Azaris seize the opportunity to break free and set up their own states, much like what happened with the former USSR, Yugoslavia, and Czechoslovakia. But that kind of seismic geopolitical realignment won't happen from Israeli bombs alone. It will happen when Israel and the United States stand shoulder to shoulder. And that brings us back to the real question of the hour. Will President Trump join the battle to destroy the nuclear capabilities and potentially topple the Islamic regime of Iran? President Trump knows what the stakes are. He knows that by helping destroy Iran's regime, the Islamic Republic of Iran's regime, the U.S. collapses the Iran-Russia-China axis, restores American dominance over global energy markets, and deals a death blow to jihadist terror across the Middle East and beyond, including in America. He knows Israel is not just defending itself, it is fighting the war. America must win, but cannot fight directly without global blowback. And hence he's happy that Israel is the one leading this fight. And President Trump supports winners. And Israel is winning, and we are winning big. But will President Trump have the U.S. join the military offensive? I believe he will, because President Trump wants to be part of this historic win that Israel is giving him and the United States and the world on a silver platter, without having to risk any U.S. soldiers on the ground, just some U.S. buster bombers destroying the undermountain nuclear facilities of the Islamic Republic of Iran. But even if President Trump decides to have the U.S. stay out and not do anything and just support Israel from behind, Israel will continue, because we must. But let's be clear, a joint U.S.-Israeli offensive would not only bring down the regime faster, it would send an unmistakable message to Russia, China, Turkey, and every jihadist faction in the region and the world. The free world is no longer apologizing for defending itself. Believe it or not, for the reasons I explained before, America needs this victory over the Islamic Republic of Iran, and Israel is leading it and making it happen. Too bad the growing voices of dissent within the conservative movement in the U.S., like Tucker Carlson, Steve Bannon, and even Charlie Kirk, who is a big supporter of Israel, do not understand this. But at Pulse of Israel, we're not just analyzing these developments, we're fighting the media war to make sure the truth gets heard by everyone and to empower all of you with the truth. Israel is not a liability to the West or the freedom-loving world. Israel is its last line of defense against the genocidal religious ideology that the West still ignores. The Islamic Republic of Iran is not just Israel's enemy, and it is not just the Islamic Republic of Iran, it's also Qatar. They are the global headquarters of Islamic fascism. And this war is not just regional, it is spiritual, moral, and civilizational. We in Israel, we didn't start this war. They did. But we will finish it, with or without America joining us in the military offensive, which again, I believe they will join in the end. Of course, we hope the United States join us. We hope President Trump sees this not just as an Israeli campaign, but as an American opportunity to restore American deterrence, to weaken America's enemies, and to help liberate millions of people in Iran who've been enslaved by tyranny for decades. But if America doesn't act now, Israel will continue to act alone. Because this isn't about our survival anymore. This is about the Jewish people of Israel leading humanity as the Jewish people are destined to do. So stand with us and help us prepare for what's next. If you are not yet a subscriber to our daily, belief-based, inspiring, politically incorrect, truthful videos about Israel, the Jewish people, and the freedom-loving world, what are you waiting for? Go to pulseofisrael.com and click to subscribe today. And yes, we are a donor-based operation. We need your donations for support in order to make these videos and get our videos seen and do all the work we do. So every once in a while, whether a large donation or a small donation, just go to pulseofisrael.com and click on the donate button. Shalom, everyone, and thanks for watching.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.